You ever see someone who just seems to, I don't know, get in their own way, almost like they're setting things up so they don't succeed?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's basically what we're diving into today. It's called self-handicapping.
Exactly.
I've looked at some interesting sources exploring the what, why, and how of it.
Yeah, really fascinating stuff.
And our mission basically is to get a clear picture of this behavior, what forms it takes, and, the kind of impact it can have.
Right. And at its heart, self-handicapping is it's really a protective mechanism for our self-esteem.
Protective. How so?
Well, it's a strategy, something we do before a potentially challenging situation.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of builds in an excuse ahead of time just in case we fail.
Oh, okay. Like a psychological safety net.
Sort of, yeah. A shield, you could say.
So what does that actually look like? The
Mm.
sources mentioned different types, actions versus excuses.
Yeah, exactly. We can differentiate between behavioral self-handicapping and claimed self-handicapping.
Okay. Behavioral first.
Behavioral is when you actively do something that makes failure more likely. Think, putting off studying until the last minute.
Right. Procrastination.
Yeah.
Or maybe not practicing enough.
Exactly. Or even, going out partying the night before a really important presentation or something. You're creating a real obstacle.
Okay. Got it. So you actually do some things. What about the other one? Claimed.
Claimed self-handicapping is more verbal. It's about the excuses you offer up before the event. Oh, saying you feel a headache coming on, or you didn't sleep well, or you're just feeling a bit under the weather.
So you're preloading the reason for potential failure.
Precisely. It gives you that ready-made explanation if things don't go well.
The get out of jail free card, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay, but why do people do this? It seems so counterproductive.
Yeah.
The sources point strongly to fear of failure, right?
Oh, absolutely. That fear is a huge driver. If you create an obstacle, whether real or claimed, you can blame that if you fail.
Instead of blaming yourself, your ability.
Exactly. It shifts the focus. I failed because I didn't prepare or because I felt sick, not because I'm not smart enough or not capable enough. It protects your sense of competence.
But does that actually work long term?
Well, interestingly, some research suggests relying on it can actually increase that underlying fear over time. It becomes a cycle.
That makes a worrying kind of sense.
Yeah.
Does the environment matter? Is it worse in competitive situations?
Competition definitely raises the stakes, The threat to self-esteem feels bigger. So yeah, you might see more self-handicapping then.
But it happens outside of competition, too.
Oh, sure. It can happen even when you're just trying to live up to your own expectations, your own high standards. The pressure doesn't have to come from other people.
Are certain personalities more prone to this?
There seems to be a link, yeah. Things like lower self-esteem, maybe being very focused on performance outcomes rather than the process of learning.
So if you're really worried about looking bad.
You might be more likely to reach for a handicap, yeah, to manage that perception.
Which then, ironically, probably makes you perform worse, right? In school or at work.
That's the real kicker. It often does hurt performance. By not trying your hardest or being distracted, you undermine your own success.
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
In many ways, yes. It can end up reinforcing the very doubts you were trying to protect yourself from.
Is this a teenager thing? Or does it stick around?
We see it across different age groups, but some studies suggest it might peak during adolescence and early adulthood.
Makes sense. Lots of pressure then. Figuring things out.
Exactly. Identity formation, academic pressure, career beginnings. It's a high-stakes time for self-evaluation.
And is it always conscious? Like, do people know they're doing it?
It can be both. Sometimes it's quite strategic, a conscious decision, like I won't study much, then if I fail, it's okay. Other times it's more automatic, almost unconscious, just a default reaction to potential evaluation, a habit you fall into without really thinking.
If it becomes a habit, can people change it? Can you stop doing it?
Yes, absolutely. There are ways. Interventions often focus on things like building self-acceptance, shifting focus towards growth and learning instead of just outcomes.
Developing healthier coping mechanisms for that fear.
Exactly. Learning to tolerate the possibility of failure without needing that preemptive excuse.
What about the long run? If someone consistently self-handicaps, what are the consequences?
Well, it can really hold you back. You limit your potential because you never truly test your abilities without that safety net. It can also damage relationships, maybe increase anxiety, lead to chronic underachievement.
Yeah.
You never get to see what you're actually capable of.
So to wrap up then, self-handicapping looks like self-sabotage on the surface, but it's really this flawed attempt at self-protection.
That sums it up well. Driven by fear, Offering a short-term feeling of safety, maybe?
but potentially causing bigger problems down the line.
Creates long-term vulnerabilities, definitely.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you listening. Ever catch yourself, or maybe notice others, doing these kinds of things, setting up little obstacles or excuses?
Mm.
We're thinking about why that might be happening and what the real cost might be. Something to ponder. Thanks for joining our deep dive today.